Hey, how you doing, guys? How are you guys feeling after the warm-up? Anybody cold? Of course not. All right. So, the reason we pulled you out today is because we want to give you a better introduction into our system, into the Krav Maga system, and just make sure that once you start coming here next time, you're gonna hit the ground running, and nothing's gonna look so weird and so strange like it might have felt in the warm-up. But before we get started, I just want to know a little bit about what you guys already know. A show of hand if you never really heard of Krav Maga up until recently, or if you never don't even know what that is. Okay, a couple of people are going to raise their hands. All right, awesome. Those of you, raise your hand if you know what Krav Maga is. Okay, a bunch of people are going to raise their hands. Okay, awesome. Those of you that raised your hands, point to somebody. Hey, you, what's your name? Jennifer? Awesome. Nice to meet you. What is Krav Maga? Tell me in a sentence, in a bullet point, in 2 words. Can you tell me what that is? At this point, they're going to start chiming in answers. Okay, they're going to say things like, it's like Jewish karate, or it's like a fight system, or it's a martial art. All right. Now you're looking for the words self-defense. Okay, that's the words we're looking for. So you're basically going to run them through. You're going to take the answers. Hey, it's this, it's that. If they say self-defense, great, run with it. If they don't wait too long. Give them 2 or 3 attempts. All right, great. So Krav Maga, self-defense system. Anybody here knows where it was created? And then somebody's going to shoot Israel. And if they don't, you tell them Israel. Yeah, absolutely, Israel. And anybody here knows who were the first in Israel to actually adopt this system and turn it into what it is? And the answer is the military, but you want to have one of them answer it. Okay? Now, they may or may not answer it, but if they know, and for the most part they know, they'll say the army, the military, and say, yes, absolutely, the Israeli Defense Forces were the one that first adopted it. And the reason they adopted it, there's actually 2 reasons, 2 very important reasons. Okay, the first one is that Krav Maga is easy to learn. It is based on your already built-in instincts, so there's no weird, Hollywood stuff that you got to do. It's based on your already natural movement, and you can become really good at it in a matter of a month. And it doesn't take years like you would any other martial art, right? To get to a black belt, 10 years. Really, in a matter of 4 to 6 months, you can really master this thing. And the second reason, more important than the first, is that it works. Krav Maga is an extremely efficient way to defending yourself against real violence, real bad scenarios, real bad people. All right. Does anyone here knows what the rules are of Krav Maga? And then you're going to be quiet for a second. Now, the answer you're looking for is Krav Maga has no rules. But they might try to throw some things your way. What are the rules? Always survive, or try to kill the guy, or whatever they say, kind of roll with them. But the goal is to make them understand that Krav Maga has no rules. We do whatever we have to do to cause as much damage to the other person, to the bad guy, and get out safely. Now notice that I used the word damage. I did not use the word pain. Can anyone guess why I'm not concerned? You would think I want you to cause pain to the other guy, but here I am, Matan, telling you I don't want you to cause pain. Can anybody guess why that is? Usually here you'll hear silence, and it's on purpose. Okay, let that silence sink in for a second. Then you're going to do a follow-up question. Does everybody feel pain the same way? And everybody's going to say like this, no. Okay, so we all agree that people feel pain differently, right? Yes. What makes me feel pain different than you, than her, than she? Why do people feel pain differently? Even deeper, what can't alter a person's sensitivity to pain? What can change how a person feels sensitive to pain? Now here we are going, and I'm telling you now as instructors, here we are going to find 6 different reasons, okay? And we're going to work those reasons, but you want to have them try to shoot them out. Okay, but just remember there's 6 of them. Okay, so the first one is, what can alter a person's sensitivity to pain? Drugs, for example, right? Drugs, person takes drugs, they don't feel pain the same way. Alcohol, all right? Alcohol, very easy to achieve. A lot of people, when they are intoxicated, they don't feel pain the same way. I like to throw in a joke here. Anybody here ever been a little too drunk? You bang it. I'm sure none of you have, but maybe a friend of yours knows it. You hit your head on something and it doesn't really quite hurt when you actually do it. You feel it maybe the next day, but at the moment of truth, you feel nothing. All right, so we know drugs, alcohol. What else? Training, right? So if you go into a class on the first time, on your first day, you get kicked in the leg in a certain amount, it's going to hurt a certain amount. But if you get kicked in that leg and kicked in your body, after 2 years, do you think that same kick is going to feel the same? No, training is different. All right, what else? Genetics, okay? Some people are just born with a high tolerance of pain, okay? What else? Maybe it's going to be silence. You have to help them. All right, so now there's silence. They ran out of things. Okay, so you ask them, what is that natural drug that rushes through your body when you're excited or afraid? Adrenaline. Yeah, adrenaline. Great. Adrenaline rushes your body. You don't feel pain the same way. And I like to finish with, and that's usually nobody gets that, but I like to say that your mindset, okay, your state of mind. A person can be just crazy to a point where they don't feel pain, or they can be brainwashed, to do horrible things. Some people take pain as a reward. Some people take death as a reward. Okay, so by putting pain on them, it's not going to stop them. All right, so we all know that pain is subjective. Damage, on the other hand, is objective. To make my point clear, I don't care if a person feels the pain associated with blindness after I gouge his eyes out. He can't see me. That damage I can count on and I can run away. I don't care if he feels the pain associated with a shattered kneecap. He cannot chase me. He cannot run after me. His leg is broken. I can get out safely. In order for us to cause damage, in Krav Maga, we are only hitting very specific points in the human body. These points are called soft spots or strategic spots. A soft spot is any point in the body that nobody can strengthen, regardless of their size, their strength, their training, alcohol, drugs, all those things that we talked about before. Nobody can strengthen these points. And 2, hitting them with moderate strength will cause severe injury or death to my attacker. And these are the only 2 things I'm concerned about: severe injury or death to my attacker. All right, so we're going to quickly map up those points, and we're going to use, and usually I take just one people from the crowd. Take a guy. Do not show soft spots on a girl. It doesn't work. Okay, please take a man for that. If they're bigger than you, even better. You want somebody that looks kind of mean, and you're going to use them for the demo. All right, so you take a person. Hey, why don't you come here for a second? And you place them basically in front of the audience, because you just imagine another person here and say, all right, what's your name? John. All right, John, how you doing? Can anybody tell me on John's face? And when you do John's face, I want you to put their hands right where their eyes level is, okay? Because it's a hint that you put in subliminally in their head. In John's face, which points he cannot strengthen, and hitting with moderate strength will cause severe injury. And if you keep doing that right next to his eyes, they'll get it. And they're going to say, eyes. I said, yeah, absolutely, eyes. How do I damage the eyes? Grab the head with both hands and then slide your thumbs all the way in. And when you do it, you put the hands on the side of his head and you slide it to the side of his temples here. Okay, don't push it into his eyes or into his forehead. Just slide it right here. It's a very visual, beautiful visual moment. Slide your fingers all the way in. And everybody's going to be like, oh my God. Like if you get that little reaction from the crowd, you're doing great. Okay, you want visceral responses. You want this weird, oh my God, right? That's a good sign. All right, so you take it, and then you can make a joke about it. Okay, we take your finger out, maybe you keep an eyeball with you. Awesome. Good. Eyes. What else in the face area? Nose. Awesome. Now the nose is made out of cartilage, and I want you guys to remember that cartilage breaks easy. That's an important sentence, instructors. Remember that sentence and use it. I want you to remember that cartilage breaks easily. All right, how do I break a nose? And then you face him in front of you. The nose is facing you, and you're going to close your fist. Jabs, crosses, elbows, headbutt, hammer fist, open palm. All those strikes that bridge of the nose breaks the nose. A broken nose means the eyes start to water down. Person gets discombobulated a little bit off. Makes it an easy target for me to finish off and get out of there. Awesome. What else in the face area? Jaw. Great. The jaw. How do I connect with the jaw? Jabs and crosses, hooks, uppercuts, and elbows. When you hit the jaw, you rattle your brain a little bit. What happens to the person when you do it? Knockout. Okay, that's the word. That's what we're looking to get here, right? You basically create a little concussion in the brain, and that concussion shuts the lights out. Even if a person is drunk or on drugs, hit him in the jaw. Beautiful. What else in the head area? Ears. Great. Then I come up with another question. What function other than hearing does the ear serve? Balance and equilibrium, right? You're looking for an answer from them. This is a Q&A. The whole thing is a Q&A. Balance and equilibrium. Excellent. Balance and equilibrium, right? So, if you open palm to the ear, hook to the ear, even a loud scream, right? And I scream right in their ear. I don't scream, but I make myself like I'm screaming, right in their ear. will cause a person to lose balance a little bit, and will make him an easy target to finish off. But also the ear itself, and I touch his ear a little bit like this with my hand. The ear itself is a soft target. Grab the ear, rip it out, use your teeth, bite it out. Earrings, piercings, everything you have on them, catch it, rip it out. The psychological advantage of ripping anything out of a human body is huge. At this point, you look at your crowd, they should feel uncomfortable, they should feel like, oh my God, this is so gross, I can't believe I'm doing it, I'm hearing about this, da 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 da. The more they are emotional, the better it is, okay? Great. You're still with your smile on your face. This is just another day of business for us, right? Good, the ears, good. Going a little bit lower. I'm going from like his chin down a little bit, right? What do we have? The throat. Some would say the neck. All right, the throat, great. Specifically, the trachea, okay, Adam's apple. Both men and women have it. It's just much more pronounced with men. The trachea is made out of cartilage. And what do we know about cartilage? Then you wait for the answer from them. And if you did your job correctly, they're all going to shout it back at you. It breaks easy. Very good. Cartilage breaks easy. How do I break the cartilage? Just like breaking a nose, jabs and crosses, but also C-shape into the throat and elbow into the throat. If they hold your hands in a bear hug, and at this point I'm going to have him hold me in a bear hug, use your teeth, okay? Bite into the trachea, just mark it. Be very close with your face so it looks like you're biting him. Bite the trachea. This person has blood and air vessels running through his throat. A broken trachea will create blood to flow into air vessels. What do you think will happen to John here? He will pass out, he will choke, he will die, right? So that's like the order of things. That's right. So there is no coming back from a broken trachea. It's not the same as a broken nose. Just remember when you do it, very deadly shot to the throat. Great. From the shoulders to the hips, what do we got? Now at this point, the answer is there's nothing, right? Even though there are a few soft spots here. But you're going to go through it with them, okay? From here to here, what do we got? And then we say, the solar plexus. You're going to point, oh, that's the solar plexus, right? It's very, the solar plexus, you hit it, all the air comes out. Yeah, soft spot. What else? They want to say, the liver. Yeah, you're right, the liver. Somebody gets hit in the liver. People usually drop from a liver shot. Soft spot. Very good. What else? Collarbone. Yeah, the collarbone also, you hit it, doesn't take much to break it. Great. Oh, and then you have your kidneys. And then you have... you got your kidneys, you got your liver, you got your solar plex, you got the collarbone. What else? Okay, Victoria was giving me some tips. So, all of these are legitimate soft spots. However, when you're fighting a bad guy, for the most part, he's probably going to have something on him, like a shirt, a jacket, or something, right? I cannot see any of these points. How big is the solar plexus? Right? It's about this big, the size of a quarter, maybe smaller than that. Where exactly is it? Is it here? Is it here? I don't know. If I try to hit the solar plexus and I hit it, and then here I'm showing on John here, right? And I miss it by half an inch to the left or to the right, I'm hitting bone, I'm hitting muscles, I'm hitting parts in the human body that were designed to take impact. All right? Where exactly is the liver? Is it here? Is it here? I like to make a joke here, usually. It's kind of funny. I tell them, hey, anybody here ever heard of Mayweather and Pacquiao? Everybody like, yeah, of course, boxers, da-da-da. Yeah. So these guys received a combined $500 million to find the liver on the other guy and couldn't do it for 12 full rounds. Understand, the liver shots, it's a very hard to get shot, especially at night, especially when they're moving, especially if you're afraid, especially if it's covered by something. So even though those points exist, they're so hard to get that from the shoulders to the hips, there's nothing. All right? Great. Remember that. Now, from the hips down, what do we have? A little bit of a smile, and people are going to say, the groin, the balls, the nuts, they're going to throw it out. Very good. The groin, that's the money shot. How do we connect with the groin? And then you're gonna take John, and I like to tell him, all right, man, keep your feet open and don't move, okay? Close your eyes, or something like that. Just be funny with it. And then from here, you're gonna demonstrate on him a shin to groin kick, a knee to groin kick, a stomp kick to groin, strike it, grab it, yank it, pull it, bite it. Anything you'll do to a man's testicles causes so much pain, and I'm using the word pain, then we consider it to be damage. Okay? Consider it to be damage. But testicles is not the only point. We also have the pubic bone. The pubic bone is basically two bones that are connecting right in the hip. I'm going to move back so you can see it right about here. And I'm showing my fist like this, right about here. These bones are connected with cartilage. What do we know about cartilage? It breaks. Very good. Cartilage breaks easily. So how do I break the pubic bone? All right, I'm coming in with a strike to the pubic bone, knees, straight strikes to it. Basically, when you break a pubic bone, it's similar to causing a hernia on a person. Okay, the whole frame just collapses and makes it easy to go for you. Great. Going a little bit lower, what do we got? Knees. How many directions can the knee bend? One. That's the answer you're looking for. Okay, one direction. The knee can only bend. Let me see if I can get some space here. In this direction. You force that knee to bend in any other direction, you damage it. How do we correct the knee? And we show them a stomp kick to the knee and we mark on the subject. Okay, we mark on the subject. A good kick right into it. And then one more point worth mentioning, I like to throw that in the end. I turn him around, okay, don't turn around. It's the Achilles tendon, okay, all the way down. And I'm pointing out to where it is, okay, you guys know where that is. A good stomp on it with any good shoe will rip right through it and will get you out of there. All right, awesome. So I'm talking to you instructors now. At this point, you've covered what is Krav Maga and the soft spots, okay? It should take about 10 minutes to get there. 10, 12, maybe 15 minutes. And then from there, you go on to the next step. It's like, all right, great. Any questions about this? Everything is clear? Terrific. Now, everybody, from this point on, we're going to become physical all the way through. Everything we do in Krav Maga. You know what? I'm going to do a new video for this.